My father left a letter that could only be opened if my mother died first. My father died when I was 14 years old. A sudden heart attack in the kitchen on a Sunday morning. He was making scrambled eggs and he simply collapsed. My mother screamed so loudly that the neighbors called the ambulance before she did. I ran down the stairs and found him on the floor with the spatula still in his hand and the eggs burning in the pan. The smell of burnt eggs, to this day I cannot smell that without my throat closing up. In his will, he left everything normal. The house for my mother, his savings divided between her and me, his watch for me when I turned 18. But at the end of the document there was a clause that the lawyer read with an uncomfortable expression. For my son Caleb, enclosed is a sealed letter that must be delivered only in the event of my wife Margaret's death. Under no circumstances is it to be opened while she is alive. If Caleb dies before Margaret, the letter must be destroyed unread. My mother went pale when she heard that. The lawyer asked if she knew anything about it and she shook her head too quickly. I was 14 years old and did not understand any of it, but I stored that information in a corner of my brain where it stayed, pulsing like a second heartbeat. For the next 17 years, my mother and I never spoke about the letter, not once. I tried to ask her when I turned 18, but she cut me off. Your father was a complicated man, Caleb. There are things that are better left unburied. Her tone was so final that I never brought it up again, but the letter existed, kept in my father's lawyer's office, and every year that passed it grew heavier in my mind. What could be so important that it could only be known once my mother was dead? What secret was so large that it required her not to be alive to face the consequences? For years I built theories. My father had an affair and I had a brother somewhere. Maybe there were hidden debts. Maybe he had committed a crime. Every theory was worse than the last and none of them let me sleep. At